That would be that one. All right. All right, here we go.
Welcome back. Well, coming up next weekend, the Old Pros will be putting on a play called Who's in Bed with the Butler. And today we have on two guests. We have Carol Shallon, who is the co-director.
Yes.
And we have John Bell, who plays the Butler. So welcome to both of you. First, tell me about the production and where did you come about finding the script, and is it something that's been done in other places?
Yes, as a matter of fact, one of our former directors, who's now down in Arizona, had sent this up to us with a suggestion. She was doing it down there and said, this is such a funny show that you should really try and consider it, and especially because of the age categories, it worked very well.
And I understand, reading here, it's not really that old of a play,
No.
is it? It's fairly new.
No, Michael Parker, who's an English author, has written all these English farces, and this was one of his attempts to translate into American farce.
Okay.
Because English is much drier.
Yes.
Yes.
And so this is loosely based on a similar type production in England,
Well,
or a lot of the
with
scenarios.
farce,
Yeah.
there's classic farce. You're in and out of doors and falling all over the place.
A lot
Yes.
of slapstick stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And you play, John, the butler.
The butler.
So you're kind of the center of attention in this?
I'm sort of the one that kind of keeps everything going, yeah.
And he does get a lot of attention.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. And you got a great cast in here. A lot of the folks have done productions as well with you
Yes.
folks. So tell me overall what the play is about.
First of all, I
brief
do want to
synopsis?
say that welcome, John, because he's new to the Old Pros.
Oh, you are?
Although he's
Okay.
been here for 3 years.
Right.
And then we
Welcome.
have another lovely lady, Karen Elliott, who plays Renée Lafleur. And she's been here for several years, but doesn't get the Globe. And a neighbor said, go down and try out.
Oh, very good.
And all three of the ladies are just fantastic. The whole cast, honestly, is fantastic. I am so thrilled because this was an opportunity to cast the show, and which I had never done before was cast. And I'm just so delighted that everybody I have fits the character.
Exactly.
That's important, isn't it? So tell me the synopsis of it. What is this
Okay,
about?
the synopsis is this billionaire living in Napa Valley has passed away, and it seems he had several relationships along the way. He has left certain bequests in his will to these three ladies, and his daughter has been approached by a lawyer who wants to contest the will, and his company will get 25% of everything they recover. John, the butler, Clifton, doesn't think this is quite right, and I'll let you tell that part.
Well, just in a nutshell, as he says frequently, I orchestrate how to get the money from a collection of paintings, a car collection, and a yacht, and I've arranged it so that I got the old man to sign off on the things, and I've sold them and set up a corporation, and sold all of these things unbeknownst to the daughter. And I've tried to keep everything hidden. So it's just a constant web of craziness because nobody knows what's going on, and the three women are. Sometimes I feel like a zebra being attacked by 3 or 4 lions and being,
or cougars.
Yeah, or cougars. Yes,
So the
that's
characters
perfect.
are playing up to your character because you have some control.
I have all the control. So here's some very attractive women who are hanging on to me because I'm getting them millions of dollars.
Yeah.
And I'm getting the money myself too, but I also get the fringe benefits, let's
Yes,
say.
exactly. You've been working on this, for a couple months?
Just about, yes, starting
Yeah.
with the casting.
Okay.
And we've been very fortunate that we've had the stage quite frequently. Thanks to the Village Academy and Jeannie Sanner, she made a presentation to the committee a long time ago, because here we are, the only club that doesn't have their own facility. And this way, having the use of the stage
Right.
is a wonderful benefit. And the only unfortunate thing is we can't get the sets up earlier because there's so much in and out of doors. There are doors everywhere and people coming in and out of doors right and left.
And this is is this your first
My first
directorial?
Well,
Have
I've done
you-
little skits.
Yeah.
This is
But
the
as far as
first
something-
big one, which is why I'm a co-director, and Sheila Bialka comes in, and she will, as I say, tart it up and come up with these wonderful little bits that are great sight gags, and it's so we figure we balance each other so well in the directing.
Yeah, that's true.
And with the cast we have, it's wonderful. All I can say is it's such a hoot. I mean, there we are sitting there breaking up.
Yeah. And how do you find being a director? You're usually on stage. Do you find it more difficult, or do you find it actually more relaxing? You're not learning lines, but you have to
It's
have to
much
understand
more
it all.
difficult.
It is.
And every chance that somebody isn't there, I want to jump up on stage and fill in for them.
Yeah.
And when she does, she's very good at it.
Thank you.
Well, you have to know all the parts, really, don't you?
Yes. And what I do love is that part of the directing where you're going up and making a suggestion to an actor, tweaking it. Maybe they missed a little bit of something that sitting back I could see and suggest to them.
Yeah, exactly. And John, tell me about your background as far as have you done acting before?
Yeah, I have a degree from a little college in Sioux City, Iowa called Morningside College.
Okay.
And it's in theater arts. And I attempted a professional career. It was fairly successful 40 years ago. I earned my Screen Actors Guild card, and I've been in probably 25, 30 stage productions. I haven't counted them. And I used to do a number of industrial movies in Hollywood. So, you know, it's been a long time, and I'd forgotten how difficult it was. And actually, for the auditions, I never told you this. I got up one morning, and my wife said, "I'm sick of you being around here. Go audition for the play this afternoon." So I went in, and I'm hoping to get a part, and ended up with the lead. So it's been quite a 6 weeks. I've spent, you know, we have a limited amount of rehearsal time because of the space. So I've been living with my script for 6 weeks, and you know, I just kind of want to add, this is a really funny play, and I really think people, even if you're not a theater person and go to everything, this is something you want to go to. This is one you want to see because you're going to laugh. And the caliber of performers, we've got some new people who are doing a great job, but we've also got a lot of people with a lot of experience, some professional. Tony Redmond comes out there and does something that I'm experienced, and I'm intimidated when I'm acting with her because she comes on so strong, and she is absolutely spot on. I really hope all of you come and see this show because I really think you're going to have a great time.
Yeah, it sounds like a very funny play. Now, tell me a bit. You mentioned based on an English farce, and in that respect, they tend to have a little bit more understated dry humor.
Yes.
Am I right? Where people really kind of have to listen to the play on words. Where the difference is, our more American farces are more big and large and physical, right?
And that brings up the fact of the detective who's hired by the slimy lawyer to come in, and he's sort of a Clouseau and Mrs. Malaprop rolled together, and takes a fall here and there, or they're here, there, and everywhere.
So does all this take place basically in this winery, this manor?
The billionaire's mansion. And that brings me up into another thing. Our crew, our construction group, they are fantastic. We have a designer who knows how to really make it look elegant. There was a little spot on YouTube that I saw where they were doing this play, and it was a yellow wall with 4 doors. And I said, it does. I would rather have no set at all
Right.
and let the people run in and out than have something that was that much of a downer. But,
Yeah.
But this one, it's going to be a treat for the eyes.
Yeah,
And
it sounds great.
you know, it's going to
it
tickle
really
your
does,
phone.
yeah.
It won't just tickle your phony bone. You will be absolute. I roar sometimes.
Yesterday, during rehearsal, it was impossible in one scene for me to keep a straight face. I just kind of went, okay, that's it. With that, like the old Carol Burnett
Yeah,
and that old thing
exactly.
where something happens and everybody starts cracking up. It's that kind of show. And
It
if you
sounds
like
great.
if you like Carol Burnett's show and Harvey Korman and those guys, this is one you want to see.
And this is going to be, again, next week. It's going to be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the 8th and 9th at 7 o'clock. Sunday is a matinee at 2, and the tickets are $12 and $15. Go to Clubhouse 3 to get your reserved seats. It sounds like a wonderful production.
It
Thank
is.
you, kid.
Yeah.
And hurry up because they're buying the seats.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw the box office yesterday. The tickets are really going, so that's great.
That's good for you, all of you. Thank you so much for coming on. Good to see you again.
Oh,
Nice
thank
to
you,
meet
Ken.
you.
Nice to meet you, sir. Thank you.
Again,
What a pleasure.
yeah, I'm sure you're having a lot of fun. And Carol making her professional direction debut, right?
With Sheila's
With
help.
Sheila. All right. We'll be right back.